10 Craziest Things El Chapo Has Done. Everything about El Chapo. There is another escape hatch underneath this bathtub. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 craziest things El Chapo has done. Throughout this area, he's built drug tunnels, so he has the experience and he has the technicians to do it. His ability to move goods across the border and deliver them to the internal part of the United States was unmatched. This is the bike that El Chapo used to run out of the prison. It still has gas in it. For this list, we're looking at the most disturbing, lurid, and wild stories allegedly involving ex-Sinaloa cartel leader Joaquin Guzman, also known as El Chapo. Which of these things do you find the craziest? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Trying to take someone out in prison. El Gordo, real name Miguel Angel Martinez, worked as El Chapo's right-hand man throughout the 80s and 90s. However, that all ended once Martinez was thrown in prison. Fearing that his old business partner was talking to the authorities, El Chapo had an assassin and a brass band sent to the Mexico City prison. After the band finished performing a song about death, a grenade flew into Martinez's holding cell, and he was forced to quickly take cover behind the toilet. Luckily for Martinez, the toilet shielded him from much of the shrapnel, and he survived the attack on his life. He would later recount the story in court while testifying against his former boss. Number 9. Building a zoo. As it turns out, ultra-rich and dangerous drug kingpins really love zoos. Pablo Escobar owned a zoo and amusement park called Hacienda Napoles, which was discovered outside Medellin, Colombia. El Chapo owned a similar park in Guadalajara. According to Martinez, the man who was subjected to the attempted grenade assassination, it was a very nice ranch with a house, pool, tennis courts, and he built a zoo. Said zoo supposedly contained a train that El Chapo rode to get around, and it housed exotic animals like lions, tigers, and panthers. Oh my. Number 8. Spying on his wife and mistress. Even cartels need IT guys, and the IT guy for the Sinaloa cartel was a man named Christian Rodriguez. Rodriguez eventually flipped on the cartel and used his knowledge of technology against them, providing the FBI with a wealth of information. During his time in the drug business, Rodriguez used a spyware app on the phones of El Chapo's wife and mistress, giving the paranoid El Chapo an intimate glimpse into their lives. With the app installed, he was able to track their movements, read their text messages, listen to their phone conversations, and even remotely activate the phone's camera to spy on them in real time. El Chapo was always watching. Number 7. Gifting an AK-47. El Chapo was reportedly a weapons enthusiast. He owned RPGs, a diamond-encrusted pistol, and a trove of assault rifles he supposedly fired with his family while on vacation. He was also adamant about eventually giving his offspring an AK-47. With the help of the aforementioned IT guy, Christian Rodriguez, the court was able to access El Chapo's personal text messages. In one conversation he was holding with his wife, Emma Coronel Ispuro, El Chapo wrote, "I'm going to give her an AK-47 so she can hang with me," referring to their daughter. It's unclear at what age exactly he wanted her holding a weapon, but it is clear that he aimed to inspire a similar passion within her. Number 6. Helicopter insurance fraud. Speaking of gifts, the drug supplier and pilot named Jorge Cifuentes gave El Chapo a modified personal helicopter worth an estimated $1 million. Cifuentes' brother told El Chapo that he should learn how to fly it in the event that he needed to make a quick getaway. However, another cartel pilot soon crashed the helicopter inside a hangar, completely totaling the aircraft and prematurely ending any hope of El Chapo learning to fly. Not one to take a loss, El Chapo and Cifuentes pushed the helicopter off a cliff to collect on the insurance money. Number 5. Escaping from max security. El Chapo's life story has always been very dramatic, and that includes a prison escape using an underground motorcycle on rails. A mile-long tunnel was dug from outside the walls of his prison to El Chapo's cell, and once the cartel leader entered the tunnel from his personal shower, he was whisked away on the underground motorcycle. This is the modified motorcycle that investigators showed us images of before. This is on a track. It seems to roll back and forth. See that? An ATV then met him outside the prison, took him to a nearby warehouse that had been exclusively purchased for the occasion, and El Chapo flew away to San Juan del Rio. The dramatic prison escape was a wild success, and he remained free for the next 6 months. Number 4. Running through sewage. Police have found over 60 underground tunnels between the United States and Mexico attributed to El Chapo, offering an expansive glimpse into the magnitude of his empire. The crime syndicate had personally utilized an underground tunnel during a particularly nasty escape from the DEA. They made a surprise visit to one of El Chapo's safe houses, prompting him to flee to the bathroom, where hydraulic pistons raised the bathtub and revealed a secret tunnel. Completely naked, both he and his lover fled into the dark, muddy tunnel and waded through the sewer system of Culiacan for over an hour. Very dirty and supremely stinky, they emerged at a drainage canal and made a successful escape. Number 3. Getting his hands dirty. Many drug barons have underlings to do their dirty work, but El Chapo wasn't afraid to get his own hands dirty, both literally and metaphorically. In one instance, El Chapo tied up and burned a member of a rival cartel. Once that was done, he shot the man and had him buried alive. In another, El Chapo beat 2 rival members with a tree branch. These gravely injured men were then strapped onto the backs of ATVs and taken to a large bonfire where they were killed. Number 2. Allegedly bribing the highest levels of government. Alex Cifuentes, the brother of the man who gave El Chapo a helicopter, became the Kingpin's personal assistant in the late 2000s, and he dropped a bombshell when taking the stand against his old boss. He claims that Enrique Peña Nieto, the ex-president of Mexico, accepted a bribe of $100 million from El Chapo. Nieto has continuously denied allegations of bribery, calling them completely false and defamatory, and Cifuentes offered no hard proof to back up his assertions. Whether this claim was true or entirely fabricated, reported governmental corruption remains a huge issue in Mexico. I want something done, concrete actions, and not just words. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Having a special room. Located near the Mexico-Texas border in the city of Ciudad Juarez is a slaughterhouse that was used to dispose of El Chapo's enemies. Owned by a hitman named Antonio Marufo, the house reportedly had a white-tiled room with a drainage outlet. It was also reported to be completely soundproof. As witness Edgar Galvin told the court, "That's where he killed people. In that house, no one comes out." Both the kill room's exact location and the number of victims who met their ends within it remain unknown. El Chapo is currently serving life inside a federal supermax prison in Colorado. Do you agree with our picks? Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.